This is the story of two people. It could be the story of two people anywhere in the world. It could be your story, it could be my story. But right now, it's the story of Shiv and Maya. Now this is Shiv. He's got a great job, but he thinks it could be better. Shiv has a beautiful house, but he wishes that it was bigger. You see, nothing makes him happy. And now, this is Maya. She likes to party every night. But every morning, she suffers. Though Maya has everything, she knows she's not happy. They wonder what life is all about. Why are we all here? What are we doing here? The usual questions that have plagued us for millions of years. Then, one day, they find a solution.
I was not sure if I was ready to get married. Give away my freedom as a single woman. But when I met Shiv, all doubts disappeared. And I knew I was ready to get married. Now, I'm happily married. And happily ever after it shall be. I can feel it. You know what? I think everybody should get to know what this feels like. Quick! You're not married? Go get married.
My friends tried to scare me about getting married. And they used to crack these wife jokes all the time. But what do my friends know? They're not married to someone like Maya. I'm sure they have no clue about a perfect married life.
I know very few people find the right partner. And I'm blessed I found Shiv. You don't get to choose who's in your family. Your parents, your brothers, sisters, you don't choose them, but you do choose your partner. And I'm glad I chose Shiv. Couldn't have made a better choice.
Of course, marriage is a choice. It's a wonderful choice. Ask Elizabeth Taylor. She made that choice not once, she made it 8 times. Obviously, there is something about marriage that attracts all of us. As a moth to a flame.
First of all, I don't have to come back to an empty apartment. Empty apartments are so lonely. Maya is like sunshine. When I come back, I just love to fall in her arms.
All my friends think we are made for each other. And I love it when they say that. You know, the more time I spend with him, the more I feel we might be two bodies, but we are one soul.
Isn't she beautiful? I don't care if she wears any makeup or not. I could just look at her all day.
All my life, my career was important to me. But after marriage, I just don't feel like working. And when Shiv comes back at home every day, I want to be here for him. It just makes me happy. Shiv, what's going on?
Oh, we're celebrating your birthday, of course.
Sweetheart, my birthday is in 6 months.
No, sweetheart, it's today. You got a problem with that?
No, I don't. And you are crazy.
But I'm crazy about you.
Wow!
Happy birthday to you.
I love you.
Love
it's
you too.
Beautiful. You know, Shiv, I love you too much.
You know what? I just want to stop going to that stupid office so that I can be with you all the time.
Don't worry. I'll still love you if you have no work, no job, no clothes. Don't worry.
No clothes? I can show you some no clothes right now.
No.
I can't believe we've been married for a year now.
That I can. But what I can't believe is how have I put on so much weight?
Stop obsessing. You're even more beautiful than ever before.
Mr. Shiv, if I don't obsess over it, you will be looking at other women very soon.
If that's your concern, then we can be in the bedroom forever and never leave. And that way I won't get to see any other woman.
We can think about that.
That's how it all begins. In the first year, the bedroom is the most commonly used room in the house. But the attraction of the flesh, like everything else, is only temporary. When you've had enough of the body, you do bring your laptop into bed, don't you? 6-pack abs don't last. A beer belly, now that lasts much longer. And the same woman you couldn't take your eyes off, now she has wrinkles. One day our bodies will be a feast for dogs, vultures and worms. Face and bodies, flesh and bones, they're all short-lived. Everything in this world is temporary. Everything changes. From joy comes suffering. This is the law of nature. If there's birth, there's also death. Where there's health, there will be disease. Youth and beauty do not last. Fortune turns to misfortune. That's 100% guarantee. It's important to know this. The source of your happiness today is guaranteed to be the source of your suffering tomorrow. So too marriage. After the initial burst of enthusiasm, it can turn to conflict and bitterness. The first telltale sign is when husband and wife spend more time at work than together at home. In many marriages, sooner or later, cracks begin to appear.
Maya! Maya!
Please, don't say sorry. Don't. I'm in no mood to hear any excuses. And actually, Shiv, anything that you say, I'm sure is going to be nowhere close to the truth. So, spare me. What? Nothing to say?
Just stick to one thing, Maya. You want me to be quiet or you want me to talk? You're becoming more and more childish every day.
You are becoming more and more bald every day.
What? Her bizarre mood swings which I can never understand. She suspects me if I'm late from the office. All I'm trying to do is make more money, and that is for us, not for me. When I want to make love, she's not in the mood, she's tired. And when she's on, I'm tired. So our so-called sex life is left on the mercy of sheer timing, if nothing else. Before marriage, she used to make sure that she looks beautiful. She used to put a lot of effort in looking good. But now she just doesn't care. So what if we are married for 4 years? So what? I still want her to be at her most beautiful.
There are certain things I just can't get about Shiv. Like forgetting to call me back after a very busy day. You know, initially it was just about us. We would refuse to go to parties and evenings so that we can spend time with each other. But now he wants to make new friends. As if I've become a bore for him. And the worst is his parents. They keep dropping by. I don't understand. What? I have no space? Have I got married to him or his entire family?
What's wrong with my family? They like you, Maya, and that is why they keep coming over. You encourage them by making those lovely dinners for them.
I liked it then. And I don't like cooking for them anymore. Can't I be allowed that much?
Shh. Why are you shouting?
Just call them up and cancel the plan.
Listen, you made the plan. You cancel it. I'm going out.
Oh yeah? With your friends again or your girlfriend this time?
What? Girlfriend? You know what? You're losing it.
Get her over. I'll cook for her also.
कैसे कटे दिन रैन सजन बिन कैसे कटे दिन रैन सजन बिन कैसे कटे दिन रैन सजन बिन कैसे कटे दिन रैन.
You think you're committing to one relationship. You think you're getting married to one person. But in fact, you're marrying entire families and friends. You're committing to a tangled web of relationships. Anyway, that's the least of the problems. Let's hear what Shiv has to say.
I loved Maya when I married her. But that Maya has disappeared. There's some new person. Irritable, moody, ready to fight. She has changed.
And what about Maya? She no longer thinks that they are one soul.
Shiv and I are two people with two different moods, two different needs, from two different worlds. I don't think we are one soul anymore.
When cracks appear in a marriage, there is no cement that can fix it. The husband, he starts drinking with his buddies. And the wife, she starts crying on her best friend's shoulder.
It's strange sleeping next to her these days. There's just this strange tension.
Marriage is a three-ring circus, Shiv. Engagement ring, wedding ring, and suffering.
I really miss my single days. No fights, no screaming, just peace.
Have one more drink. Go home and just crash peacefully. Shiv.
I want to leave him. I just want to hurt him. Tell me something. What would you do? Would you leave him?
You should listen to your heart, Maya. Anyways, he's become a total jerk. I always knew he didn't deserve you.
Friends, they can be a great support. They say all the right things. But do they understand marriage any better than you do? Perhaps. With friends like these, you don't really require any enemies. Is it really about running from one right partner into the arms of another right partner? Or is it really about being the right partner? There should be a spiritual purpose to your relationship. What I have to tell you about human relationships comes from the timeless wisdom of ancient scripture. But first tell me, Maya, do you want to save this marriage?
It all depends on Shiv. He's the one with the big ego.
And what about you, Shiv?
If Maya wants to save the marriage, only then it can be saved. But I don't think that would happen. Because she's not the same Maya anymore. Where is my Maya? She's not the person I got married to. She's a different person now.
Tell me, is Maya a human being or is she a machine? Human beings change, Shiv. Machines don't change. That's a fact of life. You are changing, Shiv, every moment. Every molecule in your body is changing. Every cell in your body is being replaced. So understand this. The Maya you married some years ago was a different Maya. And the Shiv she married some years ago was a different Shiv. She will change as time goes by, won't she? Aren't you changing, Shiv? It happens to every human being. Change is inevitable.
Maya, why don't you wear those blue earrings anymore? They look really nice. Oh, Mrs. Sharma had called up, but don't call her back. I think she's a bit too inquisitive, isn't she? I think you should go and get some more flowers. We need to change the mood of the house. Maya, why don't you start painting again?
Shiv, don't tell me two things. One, what to do. And two, what not to do.
You know, Maya, when you don't understand the divine purpose of your relationship, marriage can overwhelm you. It can confuse you. It can completely bewilder you. You might even begin to question the concept of marriage. You might ask, getting married, was it a mistake?
Big mistake. You know, in this first year, we had these small fights and we got angry. But he would be the first one to say sorry. But now, our fights are so big. And most of the time, I get very angry and I want to hit his head with a cricket bat. Doctor, why do we fight so much? Can't life be perfect?
What is life, Maya? Is it sunshine 24 hours of the day? Where there's day, there's night. Where there's sunshine, there's darkness. After summer, what comes?
Winter.
So where there's love, there will be a little hate. Where there's understanding, some misunderstanding. You need to understand and accept both nature and human nature. Maya, if Shiv and you must differ, differ. If you must argue, argue. If you must fight, fight. But do it with some humor and understanding that both of you cannot always think alike.
Listen, Shiv, let's not fight. You want to be out with your friends till late? It's fine by me. I don't want to tie you down.
I don't need your permission to stay out late.
Permission? Who said anything about permission?
These days I don't know what you say and what you really mean.
Oh, really? As if you are the king of clarity here.
I feel like a beggar in this house, begging for peace and begging for sanity.
But doctor, there is so much bitterness. And where do I use humor? And how can I possibly be more understanding?
So hi Shiv, how are things going?
You're lucky you don't have a wife as difficult as Maya.
You like going to the gym, huh?
Yeah.
Building these big muscles. Don't think of Maya as a difficult wife. Think of her as a spiritual gymnasium where you work out your spiritual muscles.
I like to go to the gym for an hour. I can't be there for 24 hours.
All your life, Shiv, you've lived for yourself. It's been all about you. You've always been the center of your universe. Till we are children and teenagers, we are selfish creatures. But after that, our journey has to change. It's time to drop our selfishness and accommodate another person. We must slowly learn to live life happily as a sacrifice. If you can't sacrifice, please don't get married. All your life, you lived for yourself. Everything was about you. You were the center of the universe. Why do we then get married? Because marriage helps us to go beyond the selfishness that we've lived with. Marriage means you're ready to live for your wife or for your husband, selflessly. Don't be silent. It's part of our education as human beings, growing older and wiser. Who told you marriage was easy? It's a great test. What did you expect from marriage? First, answer this question. Can anyone make an unhappy person happy? Unhappy Shiv meets unhappy Maya. Can they ever be happy? Or will they only double their unhappiness? Happiness has nothing to do with your marriage, with your husband, or with your wife. Bliss, that happiness which has no cause, is inside of you. Bliss is your birthright. You were born to be happy. We are all souls. The essence of the soul is Satchit Ananda. Yes, so here's the universal human problem. We are bliss, we are happiness. But instead of looking inside, we look outside. The essence of our life is bliss, but the essence of the world, that's suffering. It's not just Maya and Shiv. It's very difficult for any two people to understand each other. Does any man understand how a woman feels? Or does any woman understand why a man behaves in a certain way? We're all limited by the four veils of illusion. Our senses, our genes, our culture, and of course, our ego. To transcend these four veils of illusion requires effort, and it also requires surrender. I want you to meet Anjali and Sumit. They also had problems. They also sought help. Today they understand a higher truth about life and about each other. I want you to meet them.
I got married because I wanted this fabulous wedding with all our friends and family, hundreds of people celebrating with us. There was music and dancing, fireworks. God, it was all so beautiful. But then I realized that marriage is not one big party. We have to make an effort every day.
I got married because my hormones were going crazy. It wasn't because of love.
Well, the first few months were crazy. We were on top of each other all the time.
It was all physical. Passion. Never-ending passion.
Were we in love? I don't know.
If tamasic love is love that is born out of feeling without even being conscious of what is happening to you. It's all about pleasure. That's how you have addiction. That's how you have intense suffering. When it comes to rajasic love is born out of focused intent. It's no longer just a feeling, it's an action. And when it's an action, you now are willing to actually action. Understanding, caring, respecting, taking responsibility for another person. And you're doing this of your own free will. But in rajasic love, there's a catch there. It's a transaction. You expect all these things back. So if tamasic love was take and take, because it was born out of feeling and addiction, and rajasic love is give and take. So it's a transaction.
Anjali?
Really loving. Aren't you having? Oh, too much salt. We'll have to order something from outside. Oh.
I put too much salt in your bowl. The rest of the food is fine. Careful, careful. I don't want the house to smell of soup tonight. Here, try this one.
Why is it different?
Try it. No?
So it's nicer?
Try it, no?
Let's see. Very nice.
Okay. Now I've made you food. What do I get in return?
Oh, so this is a business transaction.
What?
But when it comes to sattvic love is purely about giving and giving without necessarily expecting anything in return. It's born out of duty. It's love out of duty. So here you care, you understand, you care, you respect, and you take responsibility for another person entirely out of a sense of duty.
I would like to go and stay with my parents for some time. I really miss them.
But what about me? I'll miss you if you go.
I guess you're right. He's such a helpless puppy without me anyway.
You know what? My parents live in our city, so I don't really miss them. Yours are in Bangalore.
So I'll go?
Go. This helpless puppy will manage.
I'm going to Bangalore.
Okay. But can I come down later? Maybe for a few days?
If you don't, I'll be very upset. I feel there is love even beyond sattvic love.
A love that just bubbles up from somewhere inside you.
Silly fights will happen now and then, but this love doesn't change.
I feel love shouldn't have conditions. I wouldn't tell my wife, make sure you don't get wrinkles. Or please don't wear that face pack around me. Love is unconditional. You can't say, I'll love you more if you let me watch the cricket match. No. Just buy another television and watch it in another room. Love is love. Without conditions.
But of course, there is a form of love that's higher than that. It's about a form of love that goes beyond sattvic love. And beyond sattvic love, love no longer becomes a duty. Love becomes a natural flow and an expression of your inner being. It's no longer love out of a sense of duty, it's love because you can't help loving. It's just like, why does the sun shine, or why does the wind blow, why does the cloud rain? They do it because they can't help doing it. It's an expression of their inner nature. So also when it comes to spiritual love, you can't help loving because love is naturally flowing from the essence of your being. That is true spiritual love, and that is what we should strive for.
Sumit and I are very different. He's completely outgoing, loves to party. I, on the other hand, am quite shy and would much rather stay at home. But the nice part is that he doesn't push me to go out, and I'm absolutely fine when he has a night out with his friends. I guess we just accept each other the way we are, and that's what love is.
We do fight, everybody fights. And when we fight like dogs. I mean, like, we really get into it. But I think it's a good thing. You know, it keeps the marriage spiced up.
Fights only bring the couple closer, provided you don't take it too seriously. And I think Sumit has mastered the knack of just calming the whole situation down. He'll crack a joke in the middle of everything and then just take charge of the whole situation.
So if you don't fight, I recommend it. I know I have to put more into my marriage than what I'm taking out of it.
This is unconditional love. Unconditional love that marriage demands. You need to go beyond your apparent self-interest and sacrifice your selfishness. Selflessness is in your ultimate self-interest, for it helps to take you closer to God. This is the spiritual growth that we all need. This is the spiritual growth that marriage can bring. Spirituality is about seeing the divine in every human heart. But you have to make a start somewhere. If you cannot see the divine in the heart of your spouse, how will you ever learn to see the divine anywhere else?
You mean I have to see Maya as God?
You have to see God in Maya, Shiv. And she has to see God in you.
It does sound simple and easy when you hear it. But it's very difficult.
And you cannot change the world, Maya. And you cannot change Shiv. But you can do one thing. You can change the way you look at the world. You can change the way you look at Shiv. Is there space in your heart for more than one person? More than yourself? More than I, me and myself? It's there, isn't it? There is space for more than one person. The person you married. Now is there space for this person without any conditions? Without any expectations? Tell me. It's time you put more into your marriage than you take out of it. To some, marriage is a cure for loneliness. To two people so beautiful, marriage is a match made in heaven. Some get married because the time is right. Some get married for money and pay for it for the rest of their lives. Some get married because society says so. For some, the stars seem to agree. Some get married because mom and dad say so. Some get married because they feel incomplete. Some get married because it could get too late otherwise. I say this, get married only if you're ready to move towards selflessness and live happily ever after.